Her to You, and welcome back to part 2 of Wednesday's Random / Her and Jay.
Hello, guys. I'm ready to talk about it now.
Yeah. So basically, guys, like I was saying, where we're gonna pick up off is the fact that I was stuttering. Okay. So in the midst of taking care of her, I took, because that happened Friday. We was out of commission Saturday, out of commission Sunday. We actually on Friday, well, no, Saturday, we ended up staying with her grandma just to kind of be around family. And because I was stuttering so bad, like her grandma felt like it was important for us to be there, and so that she can kind of take care of me and her. And on this day, like I said, you pretty much slept all day Saturday. You pretty much slept all day Sunday. And then, was we there on Sunday, or did we come?
We came home Sunday.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because I had the wedding to go to, right? Mm-hmm. So I ended up having to go to a wedding. I was going to cancel the wedding because I was embarrassed about how I was talking. And then I had a pop-up shop to do the next day, Saturday. I had to cancel that because I could not talk. And then Sunday was the wedding, and it was my friend, people pay, there's a cost associated to weddings per person. So I just didn't want to cancel. I was like, let me just go out, go do this, and then I'll come, and then I'll, be with my child. And then again, she was just sleeping all day. So I went to the wedding. I had some, but I did well. And then Monday, then I came, then Sunday came, and then I started again. And so what it started to be like is that if I was around Jaden, I would start stuttering. Cause didn't it seem like it was that way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, or when we would talk about it or discuss it or do whatever, like it would just come back.
Yes, sir. It will come back.
So Monday I took off of work, and then we were in the house. We were just in the home. So what day was it? I would say, when did it start? So Tuesday. So Tuesday, we're still at home. I'm still taking care of her. Mind you, I still have a full stutter. I have a full stutter. All right. When this was happening, Jaden was hospitalized when she was a month old for low oxygen. And as a parent, you all know when something happens to your child, you're on your knees, you begging to God, like, please let my child be cool. I'll do whatever, XYZ. When I seen her in that same, because Jaden has never been hospitalized, but from that time. So when we were here again, I thought about that when she was a month old now, and I said, God, come on now, please let me have my child. Like, please don't take my child. Like, let her be okay. Let her test come back fine. Let it be good, and I'll make sure she does this all for. I was making all plans. I was making all type of plans. Like, okay, and even my sister was like, don't go overboard. Don't do the most. But that's how I am. I'm like, okay, I need to make sure she this, make sure I need to go to the grocery store, I need to go do this, I need to go do that, So in the midst of it, like, everyone is telling me to rest because I'm not sleeping at all. Like, I can't go to sleep because like I said, all I keep doing is replaying what happened, and hearing my child grasp for air was devastating. So when I would talk to Jaden, this was Monday. So when I would talk to Jaden, I'm talking in a full stutter, like stutter, 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 stutter. And at this point, Jaden's kind of coming to. She's kind of herself. You know, she's herself, but I'm not. Not only am I not myself, there ain't no compassion from my child that I'm not myself. Because I felt like she was trying to hurry up and get back to, because she's trying to go back to school. She's asking if she going to school. She need her uniform done, you know, blase, blase. And I'm like, you're not going back to school because you have a follow-up doctor's appointment on Wednesday. But I digress. I'm allowing her to have that. Mind you, I can't talk. And I'm crying. I'm crying every day. Every day I'm crying because I'm frustrated with, oh my God, is my speech messed up? And I'm like, you know, like, what is going on? So the first indication was I was speaking to her and she goes, shh. She tells me to shush. And I'm like, did you just tell me to shush? Did you just really go like that?
Because I don't know what was going on because I can't see.
Well, regardless if you can't see, you should be able to communicate and you should be able to hear what I just said.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's up? As you see, we low-key still got beef. Like, we do. Because I felt like, first of all, you telling me to shush because you don't want to hear me stuttering, not because, not, hey mom, I see that something is wrong. Like, this ain't you. She's never in her life heard me stutter. And she's just like, I just don't want you to talk. Excuse me, you don't want me to talk? Are you not going to speak to any of this? Because you about to make me walk out.
The way, I didn't mean it the way I said it. I just was hard. When I was saying those things or doing those things, I didn't mean it in a rude way. I didn't say it the way it was the right way it was supposed to be said.
Oh, so there's another way to say shush?
No, man. I told that one day I came in here and we said that I told you everything that I meant.
Right, but we're discussing this now. We're discussing as it happened. So regardless of what happened then, like, we talking about it now. So not only was she telling me to shush every time I talk, she was telling me to be quiet. Like, won't you just stop talking? And I'm like, excuse me? Like, I had to take this girl on a walk. I had to have several conversations. Mind you, every time I'm getting high strung or emotional, it's making my stutter worse. And I'm like, everybody else that I talk to that understands what's going on, they're allowing me to get wherever I need to get out. They're allowing me to get on it. My sister called me every single day. My people's called me every single day just to see where I was at. Like, okay, she talking about it. But they didn't rush me. They didn't act like they didn't want to hear. They wasn't rude. They wasn't nothing. The only person that was the rudest to me during this time was you.
The thing that I was saying to nobody, I apologize so many times for it because I've been saying, was nobody purposely trying to say it in a rude way. I meant it, and I meant it in a nice way, in a harmless way. But every time, I apologize for that. I apologize for that 50 million. I apologize for that a lot of times. No, you didn't tell them
for 50 million times. The point is that you showed no compassion, period. You showed no compassion, and you showed no, like, you were kind of cold. Like, you had no understanding that. So to me, you guys, I felt like that situation, and maybe I was wrong, and maybe, I don't know, but I felt like in that situation, like, that should have made us closer. It should have made us be like, okay, we know what we got to do. Let's get to doing it, because we don't want this to happen again, right? And seeing my child like that and being helpless and not being able to do anything, that made me really be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But in that moment, I think what hurt me the worst is to know that in the moment when I was in need, the person that clearly saw that I was there for them wasn't there for me. Period. And you can apologize, and this is what I try to tell my child. You can apologize 30,000 times to somebody, but you can't. Prevention should always be the better choice. Like, you telling me to shush wasn't for my benefit, it was for yours. Because you didn't want to be, because you felt like it was your fault. So it's still selfish. You telling me to shush and be quiet is so that you don't have to deal with the fact that you think that you brought this on to me. And that's what you clearly still have yet to understand. You think because you've apologized to me 30,000 times or whatever you just said, 50 million times, just because you think that you apologize doesn't take away how it made me feel. How it made me feel. It hurt my feelings because I was like, girl, I'm trying to wrap my head around what's happening. I have to make my own doctor's appointment. I got to get my own self checked out because this done triggered. Because I used to, as I was telling my friends and everybody, like, I used to stutter when I was a child. And I didn't know how I got over it until my sister told me that I had to take speech therapy. So that is what happened at that time. And so I was hurt. I was very much so hurt. And that was Tuesday. Then Wednesday come and it's the same thing. And I'm having to have, I hate having to tell somebody how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think people who are in your life, I don't care who it is, because of what I've experienced in my first relationship. My first relationship that I had was with my mother. And if you haven't yet, grab that memoir of A Secret Kept. That wasn't a good relationship. And so what that has taught me is that I don't care if it's your blood, I don't care if it's your mother, your daughter, your father, you whatever. Understand that they will hurt you. Like, they will hurt you. Like I don't put expectations on someone to love me because to love me unconditionally because they're my child. Because I had a mother that didn't do it. So that's what I have in this. Like, that is my mindset. Like, I take the love that I do receive. I do. But I don't just expect someone to have me, because I will have them or wherever they place in my life. But it was still hurtful to see that we're in a real situation. And when I would lay my life down on the line, I see that it ain't the same, because I just wanted you to show consideration. Like, we both have to go through something. I had to see you flat on the ground, passed out, unconscious. I couldn't tell. I had to deal with that. I couldn't be in the hospital like, get up, let's go, because I don't want to see this. No, I had to be patient, swallow my fears and everything, and be strong and be there with you. When you were asleep and you were knocked out, Like, I constantly was looking over, like, okay, she breathing, she okay, she this, she that. But in the time of my need, when I'm having difficulty trying to figure out what is going on, I'm thinking my life done changed. Like, I was devastated. I'm like, I got speaking engagements. I have, I'm still promoting my book. I'm still doing this. And now I have to stutter through this. Like, is this what God is putting on me? Like, I didn't know what my life was going to be like. And then to turn around and have someone to tell you, I can't get that out of my head. And that's something that I'm going to have to work out for myself. But I can't get out of my head that you telling me to shush. I can't. And it's not because you, it's not because you were caring for me. It's because you felt like it was your fault for this to happen, so you didn't want to hear me. And that's selfish.
Because I told you, the only reason why I said that in the way that I did, because I said I already knew what you was about to say. I didn't want to have you say your whole word because I knew how much you didn't like it. I know how you didn't like it at all. I know you didn't like speaking. So I wanted to say, oh, I already know what you're about to say, Mom. So it's okay. Let me go ahead and do it. Not because that I felt like it was my fault and I didn't want to hear you speak, period. Like, I don't know. Because we already discussed about it, about the whole situation. So I wasn't thinking about it being no one's fault. I was thinking about, okay, I know what I'm about to say. Because I can hear what you're about to say.
But that's not the point. The point is that I don't need you to speed up my speech. I just need you to be patient and just deal with I've showed, like, you just have to have compassion. Compassion. It's just you let somebody take their time. Like, when my grandpa was in his like last stages and stuff, like, he would repeat things over and over. And I remember my grandma used to be like, Sonny, you already said that. And I'd be like, Grandma, like, I just knew that, like with him, I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to answer it over and over again. I'm going to answer it over and over again because that's the type of person that I am. I'm going to do that for you. Like, I'm going to help you walk through this. If it take you 30 minutes to get through this sentence, we're going to rock for 30 minutes. I'm not going to push you or rush you or I already know what you're talking about, because that's not what that person wants. And you got to catch cues of that, and you wasn't. And so even after me saying it several times, like, because there would be times that I'll be talking and you would just interrupt me, like, or talk over me. And I'm like, hold up. And because I can't because I can't react how I used to react, it's like, I'm like trying to catch my breath, and because I'm getting pissed off, and I'm like, yo, I've already told you what you're doing and you're continuing to do it all over again. So what happened, so in the midst of all of that happening, y'all, everything flooded to me. Everything flooded. Everything from this whole beginning of this. Because I'm like, if you would have did what I told you to do, when I'm telling you to, hey, go ahead and grab that, grab some fruit, grab the banana, grab this, make you this. I had bought her like 2 canisters, one big one small one for her to take to school for water. All I could think about is everything that I've told her to do and she did not do. So I just so now I'm angry. I am angry. I'm pissed. So now I'm pissed. And this is Wednesday. I'm pissed. We go to the doctor's appointment, and I've said several times, I'm like, listen, I can't really talk, So I'm like, say something for me. She ain't. She just sitting there. The lady asking questions. I'm having to answer, but I'm having to like take breaths and get the answer out. And I'm looking like, God damn, like, when are you going to step up? So at this point, I'm pissed. So then she goes to school on Thursday, but I'm happy. I'm happy about her going to school because then I don't have to, because every time I'm around her, I'm stuttering because I'm either irritated, emotional, pissed, whatever. Friday comes and she goes to school, but everything's happening the same still. She ain't listening to me. She ain't doing what I'm telling her to do. Like, system done came right back to being who she was. And in my head, I'm like, yo, you just went through something mad crazy. Our home is messed up right now because you're being inconsiderate and hard-headed, and it's taking me 30 minutes to say one thing. I'm pissed. So that's where we're at. That's exactly where we're at right now.
So, it's hard to be patient. Was talking at her. We're still, of course, still going through some things.
We're going through it because you're still not listening. You're still not doing what you're told. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went right back to doing the same ish.
And eventually
you're not talking to yourself, so can't nobody hear you.
I said eventually
It's gonna get where?
Somewhere.
That's not telling us nothing. It's gonna get
like,
where?
Somewhere. I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's going to be, all you can say is
you can't say nothing. So yeah, so we definitely, we need time apart. I think we need time apart. I think that, I don't know, because I don't know what, I don't know. I think that a life death experience would do me one way, but I wasn't that. Like, I was on the opposite end to see what it was. So maybe because you didn't see what I saw, but I mean, I don't know. All I know is that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because I thought that things would be different, but you have to understand that it's a relation. All of this boils down to a relationship. And take the titles away. Take the mother-daughter shit away. Take that away. Like, it boils down to what you put in, and that's just gonna be what it's gonna be, with whether it's me or whether it's her. Like, I love my child. No one can say I don't love my child. But I will say this: I'm not just gonna allow anyone, I don't care who they are, I'm not going to allow anybody to treat me any type of way. And that's just going to be that. And I think people have to learn that. I think people have to learn that you cannot take people for granted. I don't care who they are. You cannot take people for granted. And with everything going on in this world, it's clear as day. But I feel like it's so much clear as day that people are numb to it, and people take advantage and just think that, okay, well, you're this, so you have to act this way. But they don't take accountability for them being whatever part they play in the relationship. So you also have a part to play. You also have sacrifices. You also have to be able to give something to the situation. Yes, and I can't stand we're kids and we didn't ask to be here. Ain't nobody asked to be here. No one asked to be here, but you're here. And that's that. And what you do here on this earth is it's important. It's important. And in the relationships that you make and what you give is very important. So yeah, so if you're watching this and this is another reason why we wanted to do this channel in the first place, is because we're not perfect. Like, we wanted to not expose in a sense, but we really wanted to show our true relationship, what a mother and daughter, what a real life family goes through. And this is just one of those. These are just one of these situations that we're learning through. Yes, we will get through this because I have faith. But right now in this moment, I'm pissed and I'm hurt, and that's just where I'm at with it. That's just where I'm at with it.
I think that that is going to get better, and just have to take our time, and also just really try to at this point be perfect, because
we can't be perfect, sis.
Well,
so that's not even, I'm not even on a goal to be perfect, ma'am. Nah, sis. Perfect is not a thing, because if we was
I said no, I'm saying like try. I mean, we can at least do something of being perfect.
Who's we? Because I think individual plans will be perfect. I think you scoping, because for some reason whenever you discuss what we gonna do, I have a bigger chunk in that. Right? I have a bigger responsibility in that because I'm the mom. But what I think at this moment is you need to think about what you need to do individually. Because again, like I said, I have a part to play in this relationship, and you do too.
Well, I think I could work my way with something being perfect. So. Yes.
But what does perfect look like? Because that's such a blanket statement. So what is perfect?
Perfect is when there's nothing you can say about it. I mean, to me, what perfect is like, for right now, like, just doing everything even more of what has been told to you, or just someone not gonna say nothing to you really. Like, you look your
right, but
everything's straight. You can't. There's nothing you can say or have against them. Like, oh no, there's nothing. If they was do something.
So when do you plan on doing that? Like, do we keep that just in a speaking form?
No, ma'am.
Because go ahead.
Yesterday, I haven't.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, after a scene, I needed something. I talk to myself, but I needed something for some reason, something clicked in my head and said, write something down. So I was writing down things, and actually helped a lot. And I realized that before I start reacting, I need to write it down, because when I was writing down, like, I had so much stuff to say, and if it was like a lot to say, even I couldn't catch up with my own stuff, because I'm like, hold on, slow down, because I need to write all this down. And my mom always been told me to write down, and I haven't done it, but I haven't done it. I do it when I'm
You
forced.
haven't done it. Yeah, you do it when you're forced. You haven't
when
done
I'm
it.
forced. But besides that, yeah. So I feel like since I done picked up that, I think that when it's time, I just need to like, we call it journal. Well, yeah, I need to just write what everything's going down and write my date down. Yeah. So I'm gonna start by that and see and just pick the same little steps that I had that have common sense and just do that. I just can't overthink it. If I start overthink, I don't know what I do, but I just need to stop thinking so much and just because I feel like I don't know what I do, to be honest, but if I just stop thinking so much and overthinking everything,
Mm-hmm.
I think everything will be fine for my part.
I think if you stop thinking and just do and make some better decisions and just do what you're told, then how about that? How about you don't even gotta think? How about you actually just do what you're told to lessen what's happening in here, and then you ain't gotta think at all. If you just do what you're told, you don't even have to have a thought. You can just do what you're told.
Okay, that's something I need to work on, but I'm not even working because I always be thinking. I don't know. That's just how
you're just defiant. Yeah, you're just defiant. Ain't no how your mind works. It's what you it's not how your mind works. It's just that you are defiant. You want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and that's what you just need to admit to. You need to have a come to Jesus moment with yourself. You need to be able to take accountability, because that's one thing that you struggle hard as hell to say, you know what, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Or you struggle to come and understand what someone is trying to relay, and you understand, because in reverse, when it's you will explain how you feel, like this is how I feel and this and this. Like you'll be super articulate. You'll have it down packed. And there are moments like, so I'm not gonna, it just at this point, you're at a come to Jesus moment, because you're getting older, and I'm knowing that you are understanding of what is going on. Not only that, we have been to counseling, we have the tools, we have everything. You just don't put nothing into practice. So at that point, it becomes your choice. It's not how the mind works. It becomes your choice. It becomes on what you choose to do. You just choose not to do things, period. That is how you've been. Like, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it, regardless of what someone's telling you to do. But what you fail to realize is that you're digging a hole, sweetie, that, baby, you about to drown in it. Because at some point, as parents, y'all can have patience all day long, but at some point, it comes to a head of things where you can't keep saving your child, where you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn. And I feel like I've constantly saved you right before you fail, and it's been at the detriment of me a lot of times. And you don't give consideration, because you have this thing where you're like, well, you're my mom, Lord, and you hide behind that "you're my mom" title. So because I'm your mom, I'm just supposed to just accept behavior over and over and over and over again, without there being no real true consequences. Yes, some part of that is mine, because I just don't want you to, I don't want you to fail. I want you to, but at this point, my G, you're gonna have to hit your face on the wall, because I keep seeing things that I don't like as a person for you. Like, I want you to have I just want you to make better decisions. And I just want you to understand, when people say that they're hurt, for you not to be so wrapped up on telling them why they shouldn't be hurt, because, stop picking at your face, please. Why they shouldn't be hurt because you didn't mean it that way. That does not go. That's why it's very important. I have told you, I've talked to I'm blue in the face, and one day you're gonna realize that what I said was right. Period. And I think that's my frustration, because you're gonna see one day that, you know, mom was right. Period. And I just hope that day ain't a late day. That's the only thing I hope for you. I hope that day is not a late day, because if a near-death experience don't shock you, then it ain't for me to help you figure that out. It ain't for me to. The only thing I can do is continue to pray and hope that you decide to do what you need to do. But time is ticking, and this world is not going to have that compassion for us like you've been given. So we're gonna end on that note, because I don't want to keep dragging this, and then because she ain't really doing no talking, so I don't want to feel like I'm just constantly attacking her. So we're gonna leave it at this. We will pick up. Hopefully, we will pick up with her and Jay. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I guess we're gonna have to come to the camera mad, sad, or whatever. Because that might be therapeutic for us to continue to do, to get through this little hump. Wednesday's random will be back on next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Her and Jay will be the following Friday, so we'll try to keep up with the schedule. But as of right now, like, this is really real, and just pray for us. Just pray for us, and that we can come to an understanding and do better. Just do better. Just grow from this. Not continue, because we ain't there, but to grow from this experience, and to learn from this experience, and to continue on trying to better and uplift us.
Yeah, and I just have to pray. Just pray on God.
Girl, what is up? Like, come on. Like, that's dead. You need to come on, because you wanted to record. You said you wanted to do, so you got to be present.
I'm just gonna have to do my part in it, because that's just the main thing, is me. So.
Oh Jesus. It's the guilt trip for me.
No guilt.
It's not the main thing for you. It's not, because it's not a main thing. It's both. I keep saying this over and over again, right? This is a relationship. I know I said that there are parts that we play, but it's not the main thing. You need to start getting certain things out of your vocabulary. And if you really thought that you were the main thing, sis, and that it was you that needed to do something, you would have did something a long time ago. So let's not do that.
I don't know what to say then, because everything I say is like, I don't know what to say then.
You're not trying to do nothing. You barely talked this whole time. You're mumbling. You're mumbling. You're not speaking. Like, I could have stayed in the room. I didn't have to record.
I'm just saying that have to be patient, like I said, and just understand where we're at right now, that we won't be here for long, hopefully, and that things would change in the way that we like, in the way that we please, and eventually it will be all over. But then we still gonna have mistakes, but like not like this.
No, you can't say that.
Okay.
We still gonna have things that we're gonna go through. This is a relationship. This is a relationship. We gonna have and then you're a teenager. You ain't even turned 16 yet. You're a teenager. Like, I don't mind taking the good and the bad with you. I don't. You're my child. The only thing I'm asking you to do, J baby, in real life, this is the only thing I'm asking you to do. You gotta show some compassion for people, period. especially your mother, because I have been in your corner through thick, thin, through everything with you. When you've done mean things, nice things, whatever, I have given you the past of my child, of you not knowing better, right? But now you're getting older. Not only are you getting older, you're a leader now as well. And I want you to exemplify that in the home and outside the home. It's me and you in here. There's no reason why I have to constantly say the same things over and over and over and over and over to you, and you don't wake up not one time to realize, okay, hold up. Let me make sure this is done. Let me make sure I take care of this, because this is us. This is us. You think that you have no part to play in this relationship but be a kid. And that's not the thing. Not only that, you are no longer a kid. You are a teenager. You're not a toddler. You're not a baby. And you're very aware. You're very aware of what's going on. You've only seen me. You've only seen me. There ain't been nobody else that came through here but me. So me and you should be tight. We should. Because we done did life together. You going on 16. We done did 16 years together. And that should have something. That should have some weight to it by now. But I'm telling you though, if it doesn't have weight to you, you're going to see what's going to happen. Because I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a mother, a sister, a brother, they'll get tired eventually. And you don't want to go there. And we don't have to go there. That's the trick of the enemy. Is to ruin relationships. But it also is choices. It ain't something that's possessing us, and we know it's decisions and choices. You choose to be a certain way when you don't have to. You don't have to. It's time for you to put that selfish shit down and just, Mama got you, because you already know how I am. You already know I'm a have you and above. So for someone to have you and above without question, it should be reciprocated. And that's all I'm asking, because you're a very sweet person. I've seen you. I've seen you. You're very sweet. You're very nice. You are very capable. And you're getting older. So now the pressure is on you, because now it's real life. What you're doing is not going to stand up in the real world. And you being an only child, relationships and how you handle your relationships are going to be very important in your life. And you cannot take for granted good ass people, because they're going to be gone and you're going to regret that. You understand? Yes, so that's all I'm asking you to do is just look at this. Don't look at me as your mother. Look at me as, this is a relationship that I would like. Maybe you need to journal, where would I like for this relationship to go? Because then maybe if you look at it like that, like, hey, I want this person in my life. So how do I keep this person in my life? You know what I'm saying? And then based on what happened to you, anything can happen to either one of us. And this is not what I want us to remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like the last thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I
want us to be able to be exactly how we are laughing, talking, or whatever. But we do understand that things happen because we're individuals. But there has to be a point where you say, you know what, I'm sorry. Like, you good? You okay? You all right? Just because everything ain't up and down. And I'm your person and you my person. You know?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. That is it again for Wednesday's Random / her and Jay today. This is the second part. This is it. So again, we'll be back. Keep us in your prayers.
We'll be back. Hopefully it'll be better. It'll be better. Hopefully we give you updates on what we accomplished.
Good one. All right, guys. Peace.
Bye. Do I hit stop?
You ain't supposed to say nothing.